The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WZWA Network, and welcome to my review show here of XPW South of Heaven from the Heart Ballroom, New Jersey, from September 30th, 2023. So, yes, I'm a day and a bit late here. My apologies. I actually forgot that this show was on until today. So, that's my bad. I haven't been spending as much time on social media recently, so I'm not, you know, in the know as much with what's coming up, especially, you know, with XPW. But again, excited to see another show of theirs. I like in the beginning video, right at the beginning of this show, before it began, Ron Nemi is there. He's standing poolside. He's running down what's happening on the show. And I've already seen the clip. He sent it to me, and the way he falls into the pool, instigated, but he didn't trip on anything. All of a sudden, loses his balance into the drink, and, you know, struggling to get up out of the water. That's never not funny, bro. People falling into a pool is never not funny. And then Ron's dog, right at the end, coming in to check on him. So that was pretty funny. But we got Larry Legend, my good friend Larry Legend. You can see my exclusive interview with him on the Insider's Edge podcast on this channel. I think it's actually the most recent one. So check it out. It's just on our YouTube. It's great. He's fantastic to talk to. He's the party host with the most. He introduces Rob Black. He thanks the fans, Rob does, for being there. And the fans are definitely hot for this one. I'm going to complain about it a few times, but the microphone, when people are talking on it, it's not coming through the pay-per-view feed. So I can't hear what anyone's saying. There's this big echo because it's the live mic that we're hearing on streamxpw.com. So that's like my one complaint. Is there are a few times when people were on the microphone and I had no idea what they were saying because it was just muffled. Anywho, let's crack underway here. JJ Escobar making his return to XPW. Now, what happened to the Soul Taker or whatever his name was? The End Taker. What happened to him? He was always at those New Jersey shows. Anyway, JJ Escobar taking on Tarzan Duran. Tarzan started the match by, he came out with a joint. You know, he was smoking a blunt. He blew the smoke in JJ's eyes, who was wielding a weed whacker. JJ is placed in the corner. A pane of glass is placed over the top of JJ. And then the glass is shattered on him, and then he cops a weed whacker to the crotch. JJ gusset plates to Tarzan's head, who is still smoking the blunt that he entered the ring with. He got suplexed. All of these things happened, and he's still smoking the blunt. And then, like, when he finished it, he had another blunt that he lit up, and he dominated a lot of the match. JJ hit a suplex into like a uranagi, whatever it is, that move, and then he hit it a second time onto light tubes and picked up the victory. So JJ Escobar, isn't it? It's JJ Escobar. Oh my god. Yeah, JJ Escobar. I don't know why. For a second, I thought it was someone else. Shit, I panicked then. Yeah, it's JJ Escobar. Very good. That was the match was fine. I found the constant smoking of the cigarette or the joint or whatever to be a little hokey, and it's like, come on, man. You're fighting someone. Come on. Anywho, look, if AEW WWE did, I wouldn't let him get away with it. So, singles match: Dan Maff taking on Dirty Ron McDonald. Again, I really wish the mic in the building would come through on the feed on streamxpw.com. I comment on Dirty Ron's promo, but I couldn't really figure out what he was saying. Dan nearly gets counted out. I'm guessing Dirty Ron was trying to get the referee to count him out because he said he was too scared to face him or whatever. Dan's theme hits at 9. with the 9 count. Ron trying to show that he's not intimidated by Maff. Ron tried to get in Dan's head in various ways, using some sort of, serious language towards him. Dan no sold at all. Ron used dirty tactics to gain an early advantage when they finally started wrestling. Dan goes flying into the door that does not break. Dan then wore Dirty Ron like a backpack and tumbled through a door in the corner. He essentially dominated the rest of this match. And he hit a very stiff burning hammer for the win on Dirty Ron. So Dan Maff moves forward into the winner's circle. Oh, God. Dan cut a promo after the match, and I have no idea what he said. I know he said he'd just been in Alaska. That's it. I couldn't make out what he said because, again, sound's not coming through the feed, bro. Singles match. Tessa Blanchard comes out, and she finds out that her opponent is Mickie Knuckles. I am still annoyed at Mickie Knuckles for lying to me. I'm sorry to do it. Lying to me, saying that your phone camera wasn't working when I was all set to interview you. I've been sitting there for some time getting ready. I do research. I wrote questions. It would have taken me a couple hours to get all that done. I'm sitting there for the interview, and then all of a sudden, her new phone camera isn't working. And I'm like, oh, well, if that's the case, no worries. Just let me know when you're able to do it again, if you get it fixed. Then you keep asking week after week, and then you don't get any replies. And then it's, oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, no, yeah, we should do it on this date or whatever. And then just no response for another few weeks. And it's just like, fuck, man. If you didn't want to do it in the first place, to say, I don't want to do any interviews. But I'm still annoyed that the future attempts to get her on the show were met with being given the runaround. My time means something to me too. I work 12-hour shifts. I just done 2 days straight of 12-hour shifts, and I come home and I have to record reviews of 3 different wrestling shows and then conduct an interview. When do I get me time? I don't want to fucking be sitting around waiting for people. Anyway, I'll review the match as I should, no matter how I feel. I just don't appreciate having my time wasted. Okay. Tessa refuses to fight Mickie and wants real competition, and Mickie attacks Tessa and puts her through a table. I like that. This certainly is a singles match nobody thought would happen. Mickie took it to Tessa early, brawling through the audience, loving that Ron and Larry have white claws at ringside. That is great, bro. I love that. That's exactly what I would want to do. Yeah, because after I saw that, I was like, now I'm hankering for some White Claw. Mickie got whipped, and a fan gets... Yeah, that's right. So this is a little bit more deeper into the match. She got Irish whipped, and seeing that fan get knocked off his seat and land on his ass, and him burst into laughter over it. Well done, bro. Well done. That's the attitude to have, because I thought that was hilarious too. You're just sitting there enjoying the show. The next thing you know, you have fucking Mickie Knuckles barging into you and you're knocked off onto your ass. It's so fucking good, bro. I don't know what happened, but Tessa Blanchard got into this old man's face in the crowd. I don't know what he did wrong. If he was getting too close to the action, I don't know. Because he seemed, I don't know, from looking at him, he seemed confused as to why she was so angry at him, yelling at him. Just don't yell in an old man's face. Come on, he's an old man. Unless he really did something wrong, okay? But shit. And then Tessa started absolutely losing it, Then at one stage, I see Mickie Knuckles holding up a kitten. And I'm like, why did someone bring a kitten to XPW? Are you kidding me? Well, you think that they're going to be that extreme that they'll sacrifice a kitten? I don't think that there's a line there with XPW, okay? You might not, a needle through a dick is okay, but, we're not going to be sacrificing baby animals here. Tessa throws Mickie through a door next to the ring apron. Then Mickie soon copped a snap suplex through a door, followed by a Samoan drop for the victory. And then Tessa denies Mickie a handshake, and Tessa is hot in both ways. She was hot as in she's hot about the whole situation, and she's hot, bro. Winner, Tessa Blanchard. Got to get the women's title on her soon. Or WWE need to sign her and just give her a chance. Whatever. XPW World Heavyweight Championship on the line here. Alex Colon taking on The Body. As I said on Twitter this week when I saw the match announcement, and I don't mean to nitpick XPW. You know you're my favorites, okay? But I wrote, I think it was like Body's lost 4 out of his last 5 matches. How does Body get a title shot here? It happens a lot here. I'm just going to say it, and it's okay because you got to book who you can book, and you're probably trying to keep things a little fresh or whatever. But sometimes it feels like people are getting title shots without having really earned it. Body should not be getting a world title shot, even though he didn't end up getting the actual shot for whatever reason. I don't think he should be getting a title shot. If he just lost to SHLAK. And I think before that, he lost to someone else. So, anywho, the Body makes an entrance and then just falls over and passes out. I guess like Body had been attacked beforehand. There was some blood on Body's head. So it didn't. But see, here's the thing. Like, Body was supposed to look like they were knocked out on the floor. And then, like, Body did this, like looked up at the referee, and I'm like, man, like, don't, bro, wait till someone grabs you to pick you up and help you backstage for you to move at all. Don't look to see if the camera was right on you, bro. Self-awareness, brother. Self-awareness. It's okay. Doesn't matter. I'm nitpicking. I'm going to be more harsh than usual, okay? Because, you know, it's time that I started being a little bit more, you know, I expect some, you know, I expect better, yeah? Okay? So anyway, SHLAK's theme song hits, so that makes me think, okay, maybe SHLAK beat him up backstage. But here's the thing, like, another thing, like, I saw the promotion of this show, and it's like the resurrection of the Body, and I'm like, was there a resurrection here? Because it looked like he was made to be a bitch. Okay. SHLAK gets on the mic, he demands a title shot, and it's on, just like that. Colon charges at SHLAK with some tubes, then suicide dives on SHLAK with tubes. I wonder what the deal was with Body being taken away from the match. I thought this show was supposed to be his resurrection. I wrote it in the fucking notes just there. Larry Legend was just cracking me up on commentary, saying that probably did a line of White Horse. The fucking the slang. Great stuff, Larry. At one stage, Alex Colon did the most normal thing ever. He just rolled into the ring, and he rolled to get away from SHLAK. And Larry somehow just makes up this bullshit that it's called a Mexican roll. How? Well, is it because he's Mexican? Is that it? All he did was roll. SHLAK took a lot of control of this. This was pretty big to have an impromptu champion versus champion match. SHLAK with a mental suplex off the top rope onto those doors, which were like tiered doors on chairs on the entranceway. Superplex off the top rope to the outside. The tables don't break. Fuck. Where did you get them tables from? Shit. So SHLAK, I think Larry called SHLAK Chief Blood and SHLAK. I don't know why. And then he and Ron Levy start calling the referee Al Borland from like Home Improvement. And he really did look like Al Borland. Alex hit a Spanish fly through some plastic tubs off the top rope. That was nuts. Alex stomps a massive pile of tubes on SHLAK. SHLAK appears through the mist of tube dust. That was probably one of the most epic shots of this whole day. I might try and make that the thumbnail if I can find a shot of it. Yeah, massive like dust in the air, and then SHLAK just like kind of appears like a supervillain or something. SHLAK powerbombs Alex through a glass table, then hits another powerbomb and a lariat, locks in the Fujiwara armbar, and SHLAK made Alex tap out, and now he has 3 championships. I'm surprised Alex's title reign ended so soon. Maybe Alex is leaving. I don't know. not going to speculate, but we've got a new XPW World Heavyweight Champion who is also the XPW King of the Deathmatch Champion, SHLAK. This is something that I did not really understand. Judge Joe Dred attacked SHLAK as he was about to get backstage. I'm like, why? Don't tell me he's the next challenger. Because, like, why would he be the next challenger at Halloween Hell 4? I don't think so. I don't think SHLAK it's nothing against Joe. Nothing against him at all. He hasn't been built that spot yet. Plus, you know, someone else has just been made the number one contender of the King of the Match title. So I really didn't know what that all meant. Also, there's been no follow-up, seemingly, on the situation with Tessa Blanchard helping Alex Colon retain his title over MAGA Butcher last show. Excuse me. I don't know if Alex is leaving XPW or something like that, considering he dropped the belt here, but there was absolutely zero follow-up on them two having formed some sort of alliance. Coming up next, another death match. Eric Dillinger versus Judge Joe Dred with Stephen Jury at ringside. The New Jersey mainstay for XPW, Eric Dillinger, made his entrance. Joe Dred finally dressing like a judge. Finally, bro. Finally. But then again, like, the old man is getting yelled at by someone else. Is he someone's dad or something? Why is everyone picking on him for? I really felt like Joe is really trying to step up his game here. New outfit, you know, new entrance gear. He's got the little, you know, the hammer. What do you call it? I can't remember what they call it. Not hammer. Gavel. He's got a little gavel there. So it's like it's like what judges use, yeah? All he needs is the little fucking wig. So where was I? Yeah, I feel like he's updated entrance gear. He's way more intense. He's got stronger facial expressions. I'm popping that Dred's manager's surname is Jury. What are the odds? What are the odds? Joe Dred got backdropped through tax. By the way, I dig the new ring aprons, XPW. Well done, son. Eric's leg drop to the outside onto Joe, who was hanging on the guardrail, was insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Dillinger gets tied up on the ropes with an actual tie. So he's got his fucking arms all tied up. Joe hit him with more tubes and then got some kicked into his face. Jesus Christ. So anyway, Dillinger fought back here and he hit a frog splash on Dred, who kicked out. Stephen Jury then got in the ring and hits Eric in the back with the briefcase. Eric no-sold it. He grabbed Stephen Jury, but then Joey attacked from behind and hit his move, the death sentence. Get it? His Judge Dred for the victory. Very nice. You know what? That wasn't a bad match. Up next, Ludark Shaitan puts out an open challenge. With Cat Martini at ringside. I could not repeat what Buddy said on the mic at all in this review. Finally, though, the Body and Cat Martini had another confrontation, which excuse me, sorry, just a second. Sorry, my brain was trying to tell me to yawn that whole time, and I was trying to hold back on it, so I paused so I could yawn. Anyway, so they have a confrontation, Body and Cat Martini, which I legitimately hope leads to a match. I actually do. Because they started an angle a little while back. Body had some problems, I believe. But he had come back for a couple of shows and they hadn't addressed it. So I thought maybe they dropped the angle, but now it looks like it's back on. And it will probably be happening at what is it called again? Halloween in Hell. Oh my god, bro. I can't remember. I just said it the other day or the other minute, didn't I? Oh my god, forget it. Forget about it. Okay, anyway, let's get back into this. I was disappointed Ludark did not have her new gear on this time. The Body somersaults onto an open chair from the Body somersaults onto an open chair, which looked really horrible. But I thought at this point we really did need a palate cleanser, perhaps like a high-flying technical match. Kat gets involved, hits Body with a tube, Body hits Kat with the tube, and she disappointingly didn't sell it too well. And I was like, oh, come on, at least like fall down to your side on the ring apron there, Kat. Like you just kind of took it in the head, whereas like other guys are getting hit in the head with the tube and they're bumping for it, you know. Then I don't know what the hell happened here. Body somehow got Ludark down, and some guy in a Mexican mask comes down a referee shirt because they didn't have a referee and fast counts Ludark out for a 3. So the Body has won this match from this masked guy in a Mexican mask. And Body grabs the women's title thinking that they have won it. Kat screams at Body. Body responds and says if they want the belt back, they can get a Halloween in Hell 4 next month. The angle is a little weird and confusing, but I'm here for it, bro. Oh, okay, 3 matches to go. Another death match. Lucky 13 versus Big F and Joe. And my interview with Big F and Joe will be on our YouTube channel this week on this channel right here. I'm digging the show. Trust me. Here's my homie Big F and Joe. But to get yet another death match makes it a little long in the tooth. It's okay. This is XPW. I just remember last year they had that show, Night of Reckoning, where it was the perfect mix of comedy, deathmatch, technical, high-flying storyline, just a great mix of everything. Big Joe is dominant for most of the match. Every move he hits is usually onto a light tube. He jams Lucky 13 into a trash can and belts the can over and over again with a steel chair cone. Lucky fights back and showed a bit of pizzazz with his offense. Big Joe ends up hitting a running tombstone through tubes wedged along 2 unfolded chairs for the victory. Fucking hell. Big F and Joe gets to win, yeah. Oh, second last match up here. Another death match. What do you know? MAGA Butcher with Jasmin St. Clair and Huckle Hillbilly taking on Jeff King. Jeff King, I don't know what kind of character he's portraying here. It's like he's a traditional old school wrestler or something. Jeff King cuts his anti-American promo and runs down MAGA Butcher. Butcher has a nice barbed wire board rammed into him at the start of the match, and Necro is bleeding out. The barbed wire was just stuck in his hair just for like several minutes. Jeff King appears to be more of a traditional wrestler, as I just said. Jasmin St. Clair wears Jeff out with the kendo stick, and he's still in charge. But then Necro starts jamming a pencil into Jeff's skull. Jeff soon ascended to the top rope, and thanks to the Huckle Hillbilly, Butcher gains the advantage and throws Jeff onto a barbed wire board. MAGA ends up locking in the Asiatic spike for the submission victory. Very, very nice. Now, MAGA, come on my show, please. Thank you. Main event, #1 contendership, XPW King of the Deathmatch Championship. So light tube death match. Aero Boy, who was supposed to face SHLAK on the show, takes on Eric Ryan. Tip for tat to begin with, a blend of technical wrestling, light tubes, and stabbings. I guess things got shuffled around here for this card because here's the thing. When you get to like match number 8 or number 9 where tubes are still constantly being used, it starts to lose its effect. You start to get a bit burned out on it. Aero hit a 6 super kick onto tubes as we head toward the final minutes of the match. There was no water in the pool on a swanton from Aero Boy, but he does hit a suicide dive. Big time splash with tubes from the top rope for a near fall. This was an excellent match, but such a random main event for Aero Boy and Eric Ryan. Never main evented a show in XPW before. Now they're going, they're finishing off the night for everyone. Eric Ryan managed to roll through a pin from Aero Boy and beat him in a surprise. Eric Ryan is now the new #1 contender for the XPW King of the Deathmatch Championship to face SHLAK. So I don't know if that's happening at Halloween in Hell, but yes, there we have it. Pretty good show. Not going to give it a rating out of 10. Oh wait, no, usually I do. 7.5 out of 10. Slightly better than just a that was all right. That was good. Slightly better than that, but an 8 is like, oh, that was great. A 9 is that was terrific. A 10 was like, oh my fucking God, I'm rewatching this show every fucking day for the rest of my life. So all in all, a decent night of Xtreme Pro Wrestling. There we have it, everybody. I'm Karlifornia, WZWA Network. You want extra shit that we put out? Check out the WZWA Slam Society, $3 a month. It's in the description on YouTube. Please sign up. Check us out at ProWrestlingTees.com, our store Thunder Mifflin. We've got 4 t-shirt designs up there. And of course, go to the Ryzen Network, RIZON.net. Go into a chat room called #ProWrestling. Tell them Carl sent you. I'll be in there. I'm always in there. I'm a mod. All right. Thank everyone. Thank you again, everyone, for joining me here. Karlifornia, you know me. Guess what? We will see you down the road. Thank you.
Network, that's the way we play. Good God Almighty. Network, that's the way we play. Get puppies. Network, that's the way we play. Get.
The following announcement has been paid for by the WZWA Network.